we're losing in Baltimore. We're losing too many young black minds and black bodies. Imagine if every black boy in Baltimore City had access to a sober, responsible man that was pouring into him on a daily basis. We could dramatically reduce the homicides in the city. But it's going to take a serious effort, and we can't rely on the government. We can't wait for elected officials. We got to do this on our own. No one is coming to save us, man.
So Baltimore Rites of Passage initiative is a grant-funded initiative from the Baltimore Children and Youth Fund here in Baltimore, as well as it's facilitated, is housed by Mentor Maryland, DC, an organization that does a ton of work with organizations around Maryland and Baltimore and the DMV around mentoring and working with young people.
Yeah, I mean, when we put it together, a bunch of us that have been through African Center Rites of Passage, and I didn't do it as a young person. It's one of those things that I feel like when we talk about young boys and the world they got to navigate, most of the propaganda they get, is all this stuff about them being hyper criminals and tough guys and all that. And so they don't have an alternative structure, that allows a socialization that gives them the tools they need for healthy manhood development in a way that's productive, that feels grounded, that feels authentic. And so this is really about exposing people to rites of passage.
Today really had three core objectives. That was to expose residents here in the city of Baltimore, especially those African American men who already have a track record or experience or interest in working with black boys, to the powerful ideology, the framework, the methodology of African Center Rites of Passage. The second objective was to really encourage folks to continue on a path of self-study. I mean, there is so much material and literature and research on African Center Rites, but we don't really dig into it. It's not really given its fair due. So that was another of the core objectives. And then lastly, just to get folks excited. I mean, again, as it pertains to our culture as Africans or Americans of African descent in this country, we have so many cultural traditions, ancient technology and artifacts that we just don't reference enough. So to just get folks excited about being a person of African descent, being an African, and sort of what that means. And then also we want to attract a group of men from the attendees who are interested in learning more and potentially joining the Baltimore Rites of Passage Initiative to receive training and for us to be able to go deeper with them on this journey.
Well, if we could duplicate this group in 1,000 different places throughout the United States, it would change Black America. This is what we need. What happened in 1831? Hey, well, y'all know all this stuff. Okay, 1831, Nat Turner, cultural teaching, a cultural teacher. And we need to know these things and teach it to our children.
And when you have a culture that's rooted in good character, which is what the forum and what the brothers represent, good character, great fathers, great husbands, then you raise and breed good human beings.
The thing I see that troubles me is a lot of misguided youth trying to find a path, trying to find brotherhood, trying to find a father within gangs, within the streets, within this complex system within Baltimore, but instead what they follow or what follows them is misguidance, is jail, is young death. And I think the thing that helps buffer that, the thing that helps mitigate those traumas is men stepping up and being a beacon of light in their life.
Man, today's program has been amazing. Just coming in and being around a bunch of positive energy and learning from the elders and being able to actually take stuff and be able to take it back and implement it into the community.
I was in the program from 93 to 97. by way of Cherry Hill.
Black people are the solutions to our own problems. For way too long, we've been pathologizing black people, treating ourselves as something that's inherently wrong with us, and therefore we cannot produce our own solutions. I think today is a great example of how when black folks come together on the same page with the same agenda, we can always produce transformational opportunities for our community.
And that's rites of passage. That's rites of passage. And until we put opportunities like that into communities, cats are going to be in the street trying to find a rites of passage through concrete. It don't work through concrete. It don't work through steel. That's not a rites of passage process, right? So we had to figure out how to provide this opportunity for young folks in their schools, in their communities, so they can see, okay, this is where I'll start, but this is where I'll finish.